Alright, so today we are going to go over how to make a scatter plot, get a trend line, get an equation in Google Sheets. So, let's say you have Chromebook. We're not using Excel anymore. We're using Google Sheets. You open Google Sheets. We're going to make a new spreadsheet that's going to save in your drive, and we are just going to title it whatever it is our lab is. So, maybe it's going to be our buggy lab. And I'm going to just title this buggy lab example. And I'm going to putting in my data. A couple really important things. It's really important that when you put in your data, you think about what you want on your y-axis and what you want on your x-axis, because it has to go X in the first column, Y in the second column. So whatever it's going to be, you just need to make sure that you're putting it in how you want it, X-axis, and then Y-axis. So in this case, I want my time on the X and I want position on the Y, so that when I actually put this in, it all is going to be okay. Notice that I am going to put in my units right here at the top. I am not going to ever put them with an actual number. So I'm just going to put in all of my data. There was our data. And I've got my time, my position. My units are listed one time. I have absolutely no numbers and letters together down here. Now I'm ready to graph. So I've got my data, I'm ready to graph. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select exactly what I want to graph. I'm not going to select names, I'm just going to select what I want to graph. And then I'm going to go over here to this little icon for Insert Chart. Another way that I could do that is go to Insert and I can go to Chart. So you have two options. You can either click this guy over here, it says Insert Chart, or you can go to Insert and then scroll down to Chart. And when you click Chart, you're going to get this. Okay, we don't want a bar graph. We want to come over here to the chart type, and we want to scroll down here until we get to scatter plot. Click scatter plot, and just like that, it appears. And now we just want to go through and we want to edit this. So we're going to go over here. Here's data where we just were. We're going to click customize. And we're going to go down here to our second part that says chart title and axes. So type is title, position, time and position. We want this to be flipped around. We want this actually to read what's on the Y versus time, the thing that's on the X. And now I want to actually put in my horizontal, so I clicked horizontal. I'm going to put in time with my units. I'm going to click on vertical, and I'm going to type in my units there as well. So there we have it, and when I'm done doing that, I can click here. I don't really want to do anything with series. I don't know that I actually need a legend, so I can click none and that goes away. If I wanted one, I could put one there, but I don't really need one in this case. The big thing that I want to do is I want to go to series, and I want to scroll down here and I want to click trend line. So there's my trend line. It's a linear fit, so I can do this. If it wasn't linear, I'd have to consult my sheet and actually get my graph to be linear. I'd have to manipulate some data. I'd have to make a calculated column. So my data was linear, and so I could click trend line. So again, that was in the series part. So customize, did my titles, right underneath that is series. I click my little arrow, I get options here, and I want to click trend line. So I click trend line. If I uncheck trend line, it goes away. So there's my trend line. If I want error bars, I could put in error bars too. But trend line is what we need. Error bars we won't worry about right now. And the big thing is I want a label. What label? I do not care about r squared, but I do want to use the equation, so I'm going to click use equation, And just like that, this is my slope equation. So what this tells me is that this is my slope times x plus my y-intercept. So y is equal to 4.99 times x, whatever's on the x, plus my y-intercept, which in this case is 0.27 centimeters, and it's negative. And that's it. I've got that, and I can now use this, and I can turn this into a physics equation to hopefully make some sense. That will be another video about that, and we can talk about what that actually means in class and on another video. If you have questions, let me know.